Congratulations to them. First of all, I thought they were certainly great in 3 of these games in this series. I mean, they were really great. They shot it, they passed it really well in 3 of the games, and tonight was one of them. Obviously, we don't guard at all. Again for the whole in the second half, we can't stop them, and that's we've been stringing up a lot of sub-30s and 25 quarters defensively, and we don't get any of them really tonight. And yeah, I mean, we weren't helping ourselves because we weren't shooting the ball well. We were playing a lot in transition. We knew that's what they talked about wanting to do. We talked about making them play against our half-court defense. They got too many in the transition as well, and just about everything really.
You guys did press a little bit. The three-point shots came quick, and they might have been more of them more contested and more early in shot clocks than you would have liked. And you talked about before the game.
There was a few, Doug. I think just a couple guys probably were anxious to see to make an impact on the game. I said it before the game. It's a fine line between being aggressive and a bad shot. It's a fine line sometimes, but again, don't fault our guys again for the aggressiveness and spirit they've played with all season long. So I'm not going to hang that one on anybody tonight.
Nick, you wanted your guys to learn from the highs and the lows of playoff basketball.
Yep.
In the end, they got a lot of both. How much do you think they'll be able to take from this series?
Well, they should be able to take a lot from it. I think that I spent the first halftime of the first game introducing them to physicality of the playoffs, right? And I thought we, on a lot of occasions, were the more physical team in this series, right? I think we weren't tonight, but a lot of times in the series we were. So we had some ups and downs with that, but I think we learned some of that as well. And I think the biggest thing, Josh, is that, and you guys know I say this a lot too, is that you got to give yourself a chance by executing your defensive schemes, right? And the last 3 games we did that, and tonight we didn't, right? Like we gotta understand that stuff has to get done to give ourselves the best chance to win. And for whatever reason tonight, we made a lot of mistakes in our schemes, and we were scrambling a lot tonight.
Early on there, Nick, you guys have kind of bottled up Harden pretty good most of the series, and early on he got out. He had to get 10 in the first quarter, had 5 assists. Did you come out in a little bit different coverage, or was he just kind of had a little more pep in his step? Or
no, we didn't come out in any different coverage than that we normally have with him. I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to see where we were missing the rotation and the help, because I know he got downhill right to the front of the rim, and usually we have somebody there to at least challenge him or pinch the gaps off early or whatever. So I have to take a look at that. But yeah, we expected him to be aggressive, and we expected him to get off to a good start and all that stuff. And again, we just weren't quite good enough defensively in any part of the game, really.
OG's been so important in actually defending Harden.
Yeah.
How much did that early foul trouble kind of throw things out of line?
Well, looking at it now, it seems like it affected it a lot. And the only thing is this, is like I just got done talking about this with my staff, is that I said maybe holding him out that whole time didn't let him get into the game, right? He had to sit out that whole stretch of, basically the whole second quarter, right? But then when you're in a game that's a 1-point game at the half, you're thinking, man, we got away with, we totally got away with that. We didn't lose any ground, and we're right here. And I said, we can play him the whole second half, because he only played like 8 minutes or 9 minutes or whatever it was in the first. But he wasn't quite he never really got into the game, maybe because of that. Yeah, it's too bad.
What Boucher in that second quarter, or that was probably his best game in a very long time. What's it say about his ability to handle the playoffs and the physicality for a guy who's not a very physical person?
Yeah, I mean, listen, when he gives that relentless energy like that, Doug, he can make a lot of good things happen. I mean, he was cutting and flying around and rebounding. I think he had 6 offensive rebounds by himself in the first half, if I remember right. Yeah, something like that. And again, it's just him just I think he had a block shot on a 3. Just using his gifts like that, Doug, and doing it. We really needed him because I thought we didn't get much from some other areas tonight, so at least we got a huge night from him off the bench. Didn't get much else off the bench tonight.
I'm sure they're disappointed with the end result, obviously, but
Yep.
a really good season, better than what most people could have expected. What was the mood like in the room just now? What was your message to the guys?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that about everything you just said. I mean, listen, they're disappointed for sure. Pretty heavy air in there, right? They're disappointed. My message was that, as a whole, I thought we went through a tremendous amount this year with a number of things, and we just kept fighting and kept playing and kept getting better and kept figuring things out, and it was never really smooth, right? There was always a big old bump in the road. We'd win 6 and 3 guys would get hurt, and we'd have to reassemble and lose 3 and win 6 and lose 3, and it was continually picking ourselves back up all year long. And I give them a lot of credit for that, hanging in there. I think the other thing I said was a lot of guys got a lot better, right? It's great to see Pascal back to Pascal. I thought we saw some tremendous improvements from Gary, from Precious, from Chris, Scotty, obviously, high ceiling. Anyway, so it's a lot of that stuff. And I just said, listen, we got to have to get this one out of our system. It may take a few days or a couple weeks, and then but we've got to get ready to get back to work, right? And this is where we expect to be this time of year, is in these games, and we've all individually got to get better so that we can collectively get better and get in the hunt.
Given the offensive burden, the burden that was on him offensively these last 3 games, has you sum up what Pascal did? Maybe up until the second half here.
No, yeah, he was good. And listen, they started late in the first half to sending 2 guys to him and the screen and roll, and they started even running guys in the ISO at him. And I thought he, for the most part, made the right reads. It was the other guys that didn't make the right reads, and that's disappointing to me because it's something we work on almost every single day to start practice. We work on blitz work and where to go and where to cut and where to move on, and we just, for whatever reason, we'd make the one pass and that guy would hold it and not make the next one, and then when we did do it right, we'd miss the shot. So it was a lot of confidence lost playing against that when there shouldn't be. I was pretty disappointed in that execution from us, but kind of goes in line with a lot of stuff tonight. We weren't executing very well at either end.
To wrap it up, if nobody has any other questions, Pascal and Chris are both.
See you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Yep.